our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, or whatever you believe in. Y'all know I do not care. I'm Dr. Flo. I do not care what you believe in. I do not have a heaven or hell to put you in at all, girl. What I do know is that you're loved and lovable. You've always been loved and lovable, and you're going to be loved and lovable for the rest of your life. And however you get to the message that you are loved and lovable, that is fine by me. Thank you, Fat Baby Mojo. Getting a shout out over on YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcast, iHeartRadio, Stitcher Radio, and all of the majors. That's one of my TikTok loved and lovable buddies hanging out with me throughout the day from time to time as we equip, encourage, and empower the world to have a good day. It's important that you have a good day. It is a gift that you can give to yourself. You don't have to wait on anybody. I never go out in the lawn and wait for Amazon to bring me a good day. They've got amazing 2-day shipping. They got amazing 1-day shipping in some spaces, but I'm never waiting on Amazon to bring me a good day. That's something that I can give myself. But today, we're going to talk all about the solar plexus chakra, Manipura. The solar plexus chakra mantra I do is the center of your power, your purpose, and your personal sovereignty. Your solar plexus chakra is that part of you that doesn't want anybody telling you what to do. This is for the adults in the room. Some of y'all are grown, right? Y'all don't like anybody telling you what to do. I'm grown. I do what I want. I eat what I want. I act the way I want to act. Deal with it, Dr. Flo. I'm a me. That's all about the solar plexus. Located in the upper abdomen, in your solar plexus region, the element is fire. The color is yellow, and the mantra is Ram. Ram. I do. And the themes of the solar plexus chakra are self-worth, your inner authority, meaning I am the authority on me. You can't tell me what wig to wear. You can't tell me how to talk. You can't tell me that I'm living in sin. You can't tell me that I'm not living righteously. You can't tell me anything. I've got my I do inner authority. I've got that confidence. We talked about it this morning in the clubhouse room, that confide, this faith in myself, this self-trust that life is going to work out for me if I do what I need to do. That discipline, that willpower, and that autonomy. And if you are a public-facing visionary like me, or a stage performer, or a transformational guide on the planet, or you're helping anybody, those of us who are helpers on the planet, the solar plexus chakra is what allows you to own your voice, command presence, and move from fear into leadership. As Tara Paola, who's sitting over in TikTok, would say, leaders go first. So if you are a person out there who is struggling to lead, especially as we say ceasefire now and freedom to Palestine and let the people in Gaza eat. Let the people in Gaza eat. They didn't do nothing to you. I don't know why y'all are so quiet when they didn't do anything to you to warrant them not being able to eat. But if you're out there and you're trying to move from the fear of not saying anything into a ceasefire now space and speaking up for people who are hungry, just as we've been hungry before, your solar plexus chakra will help you do that. It is where your performance meets your purpose, and it's where your inner flame is stoked to light up the world. I always ask my audience over on TikTok and also throughout the planet, what's lighting you up? What's making you come alive today? Like, what's creating that spark of creation within you? It could be the solar plexus chakra and the mantra of I do. And once you know what you do, all right, once you know what you do on the planet or what you've done, no one can take that from you, folks. I don't let anybody talk shit to me because I got 3 resumes of everything I've done. And because it's done, I can stand in it. I can own it, even with the wig on my head. When you have a balanced solar plexus chakra, it empowers you to set clear boundaries online and in person. You can take decisive, courageous action in your life. You can honor your unique identity without apology. You know, you can say what you need to say without, if I may, is it okay, Dr. Flo, if I speak? Listen, if you're honoring yourself without apology and you're seeking like me to encourage, equip, and empower people, say what you got to say, girl. Who's going to check you if you are seeking with positive intention to encourage, equip, and empower people? You're also able to lead with integrity and grounded authority when you are balanced in your solar plexus chakra. Now, some of y'all like to focus on the problem. So let me tell you what it looks like when your solar plexus chakra is a little off. When you are deficient in your solar plexus chakra, you feel indecisive. You cannot make a decision about how to go forward. You're passive. Sometimes when I'm imbalanced in my solar plexus chakra, I'm passive aggressive. I can be one of the most passive aggressive people you've ever met. Honest, open, willing, and available. I can be very passive aggressive. Who the fuck you talking to? Kind of energy. And also when you're deficient in your solar plexus chakra, you also feel full of self-doubt, which we talked about in Clubhouse this morning as well. When your solar plexus chakra is overactive, it can manifest as arrogance, dominance, and inflated ego. Okay? These are all things that people accuse me of. Sometimes it's true, sometimes it's not. But I can move into those arrogant spaces and those dominating spaces and those inflated ego spaces when my solar plexus is not balanced or when it's overactive. You like my mug? It was a gift from a fan. To nurture your solar plexus chakra, here's some things you can do. You can practice the breath of fire or core activating breath work. You can speak affirmations of personal power and worth. I will sell you one. I will sell you one. Angie will sell you one. Yes. That's one side. That's shocked flow. And then the other side is who you talking to, girl? Well, here is your reminder. Love in action programming. Shocked me. Here is your reminder. Love in action. Hey, who you talking to me? We can get you one. If the price is right, we can get you one. So yeah, core activating breath work, speaking affirmations of personal power. When I say speaking affirmations of personal power and worth, what am I talking about today? Fat Baby Mojo. I love you. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for being my TikTok loved and lovable buddy. It's really good to see you. And thank you for speaking up. Oh, personal power affirmations are things like, I speak up for myself. I love myself. I am worthy of good things. I'm worthy of having a good day. I am loved and lovable. You know, and some people are like, oh, I don't believe in affirmations, Dr. Flo. Like, I'm not into all of that woo-woo shit. Well, you have 60,000 to 80,000 thoughts every day. And most of those are negative affirmations. There are people, I don't say this about myself, but I do know people who are like, I don't like my belly. I don't like my face. I don't like my hair. I don't like my beard. I'm eating too much. You know, I'm eating too much is a negative affirmation. What about an affirmation of personal power that says, I am blessed to be nourished? I'm so happy and grateful now for food that nourishes me. I'm worthy of having a full belly. Gazans and Palestinians are worthy of having a full belly. That's a powerful affirmation. Also, when you're nurturing and balancing your solar plexus chakra, you are engaging in leadership challenges. Okay, you're not running away from leadership. You're in it, and you're also not having an issue with performance expression. A lot of people have stage fright and interview fright and performance anxiety. If you're out there and you have stage fright or performance anxiety, I would encourage you to book with me or come to one of my free masterclasses online so we can start practicing you out of that shyness. Closed mouths do not get fed. This morning I was talking with our operations manager, Tara, about how I'm having to publish my reels and things in so many different places to try to get the attention of folks so that we can grow this operation and I can grow my business. And for a brief moment before I had lunch, I almost gave up on a few of them, except, oh, no, 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 no. I need to engage in my leadership challenges. I need to engage in my performance expression. Being quiet is self-sabotage. Being quiet about your dreams. Not telling anybody, especially you niggas. Especially you niggas and you white people on the moon. Niggas and whitey on the moon. Y'all that are being quiet about your dreams, don't let nobody know about your dream until it's done. That is self-sabotage. If you're sitting out there right now and you're trying to be quiet about your dreams, you know what? The reason why you would need to be quiet about your dreams is because you have people around you who are trying to sabotage your dreams. Get rid of them. You feel like you need to be quiet. You see, I have a wig on my head, and I don't need to be quiet about my dream because my husband and my team and my community and my network, they're happy with me and what I'm doing. Y'all gotta get honest about the fact that you're not hanging out with people on TikTok and beyond who actually want you to win. Get rid of them, girl. And you gotta move in silence and you're nervous about letting somebody know what you're doing in your life. You got a friend or a mama or a daddy or an auntie. If you got a friend or a cousin or a mom or auntie that you got to be quiet about your dream with, get rid of them yesterday. They're not on your side. They don't want to see you 10x your income. They don't want to see you write a song, produce a play. Everybody who went, I don't know, Flo, but Tara. Tara got to stay because her questions have a purpose. But everybody else that I don't know, Flo, are you sure about it? I got rid of their asses. If you're watching me right now and you want me to be quiet or to shut up, you can leave. I have great sex, great food, and great adventures every day with or without you. Can't you tell? Y'all can tell from my aura and my energy. I'm not better than you, but I have a very happy life. I got rid of the people who were asking me to diminish myself. Nice for what? Nice for what? Also, to nurture and balance your solar plexus chakra, you may want to spend time in the sunlight and heat. And you may also want to reflect on your purpose, your goals, and your values with clarity. Another reason why you're not moving forward in your dreams is because the people that you're hanging out with, as I pull up my socks, the people that you're hanging out with, want to see my socks? I have two different socks on today. That's one of them. Thank you to Linda. And then that's the other one. That's one. And that's the other one. The people around you do not share your values. They don't value fun like me. They don't value freedom like me. And if you don't share values with people and you're not hanging on to the same goal, they will sabotage you just by being around. You'd be surprised how many people don't like to laugh. If you don't like to laugh and have fun and dance like me and my husband, you can't come over here. Keep your sad sob story where you are. You deserve it. You feel like you deserve it. Shout out to Tony. People are our greatest resource. Good to see you in the house of the Lord one more time. Right? So that's the anchoring of the solar plexus chakra. All right. Now let's ask some questions of each other to go deeper today, because this week's theme in Love in Action Network is all about storytelling with heart, sharing love-centered stories. Okay. Here are some questions for reflection. And today we're going to talk about your power in love. Okay. Remember, the focus is self-worth. confidence, inner fire. And you can't fake inner fire. Some people try to fake it with me all the time. But when you fake inner fire, um, when you fake inner fire, eventually it burns out. Like, I'm a truly passionate motherfucker. I get up in the morning thrilled to encourage the world through my life story. It doesn't tire me out. It does not exhaust me. And this shout out to all you exhausted adults. Dr. Flo, I'm so tired. I wish there were more time. I wish Dr. Flo I had more hours in the day. Dr. Flo, I'm just so worn down. Like, adulting and capitalism is just taking me out. Listen, when you truly have a passion and a purpose in your life, it does not make you tired. Have you ever been doing something that you didn't want to do and you were exhausted, but then a friend knocked on the door? Hey, you want to go get some pizza? You were like, oh my God, pizza. I love pizza. Let's go get pizza. Were you really tired? Or you just weren't doing what you wanted to do? So we all have an inner fire that we're either putting out or we're adding fuel to, depending on our desire. Today might be the day to get clear about your desire so that you can have an inner fire. Solar plexus is also about boundaries and personal power. And personal power is not something that the status quo or the establishment is going to tell you about. Have you noticed that the news and the politicians don't want you to feel powerful? There's a reason for that, boo-boo. I'm one of the only people around that's trying to get you set free, to get you building your own business, having your own fun, truly embracing and enjoying your own great sex, great food, and great adventures. I got mine. Nothing to prove, nothing to protect, nothing to hide, nothing to defend, right? And hating on me through the internet, as some of you do, ain't gonna make you feel better either. I've told you I don't care. Here's some reflection questions. Share a story where love helped you rediscover your personal power. Share a story with someone today where love helped you rediscover your personal power. When has love made you feel unstoppable? When has love made you feel unstoppable? How do you honor your worth in loving relationships? I can pause here and answer that one. How do I honor my worth in loving relationships? I never give y'all my principal. I never give you what's in my bank account energetically or financially, spiritually, physically. I never give to you all, and I love you very much, but I never give to you my principal. You're always getting my overflow. If I didn't have it to give to you today, I wouldn't be here. I would have done a reel under 10 minutes, shared the facts of the solar plexus chakra, and moved the fuck on. You all are always getting my overflow. If I am full of love, full of hope, full of light, then I bring you my overflow. That's how you never go empty. I couldn't even go empty if I tried in this work anymore, because I'm not giving you my principle. I'm not getting down to fumes in the first place. I figured out a way, and it's personal to each person, to fill myself up. And then once it starts to splash out, you can have that and only that. Never my principle, just my interest, just my overflow. So that's how I honor my worth, by never, and what does that feel like? Because some people are like, this guy is so wild. Like, what is he even talking about? It feels like you doing things for people. It feels like you doing things for people. Did I overshoot my meeting? One second, check my calendar. I didn't miss a meeting. It's not Wednesday, it's Tuesday. It feels like not saying yes to people when I really want to say no. I have no issue giving a person a high quality no. If I don't feel like talking to you, I'm not talking to you. If I don't feel like going to the mall with you, I'm not going to the mall with you. Old me used to say yes when I really wanted to say no, and then I would resent it. By the time it would come around and I would do what the person wanted me to do, I'd be like, I really don't want to do this, but I guess I'll do it. So I don't say yes to people when I really want to say no. I just say no and just pray that I'm alive to do it when you want to do it, girl. Right? That's how I honor my worth. I honor my worth in loving relationships with a high quality no. And people don't have an issue saying no to me. So, people have no issue being like, Dr. Flo, I'm so sorry I missed your meeting. Dr. Flo, I'm so sorry I just couldn't make it. So guess what, girl? Neither can I. Neither can I. Question number 4. What's a time when standing up for yourself was an act of love? What's a time when standing up for yourself was an act of love? Share a moment where love helped you conquer fear. Share a moment where love helped you conquer fear. When have you chosen love over ego? And what happened? Oh, God. Because y'all know I got a big ego. I have a huge ego. I have a huge ego. And I don't apologize about it. Step up your self-worth if you can't hang with me. If you can't hang with me, step up your self-worth. But I will tell you, my husband asked, I don't know, Tara, how many months ago has it been since he requested soft flow? Tara's the operations manager here in the network. She keeps everything moving down the tracks in her special way. And it had to be about 6 to 8 months ago that my husband was like, can we get a softer version of you? I remember when Tony came into the clubhouse room months ago and was like, oh, Dr. Flo, you like to fight. No, I don't like to fight. I will speak up. I will tell you what I see. I will be honest, open, willing, and available, but I don't like to fight. Fighting is exhausting. And none of y'all pay me to fight you. And Tara, who does pay me, doesn't pay me a rate that's high enough for me to fight her. Come on, folks. But in that moment when he asked me for love over ego, I had to consider the exhaustion that it takes to be in my ego, to EGO, to edge God out. And so what I found through that request is that it's easier for me and more gentle on my spirit to choose love. Trying to puff yourself up around people, especially on the internet, and to shrink yourself down to make yourself smaller than someone so they can feel good for the day, that's a lot of extra work. A lot of extra work. If you know, like I know, trying to be bigger than someone or even trying to be smaller than someone, I would say trying to make yourself smaller. I've got amazing resumes. I've done some amazing things internationally. It's work for me to try to not be in my wholeness. I have to actually, when I walk into the grocery store or into any room, people notice me. And it's not the purple hair. My God light is very big. So in order for me to take all of my God light and to put it into a little container, exhausting. Exhausting. Tony over on YouTube says, you don't like for injustice or disrespect to go unchecked. Yeah. And beyond that, I don't like being I don't like being unexpressed. You know, I come from a background where children were supposed to be seen and not heard. Um, a lot of people throughout even my adult life have tried to discredit who I am. And I'm going to tell you who I am. You can listen to other people tell you about who I am, but you can always ask me who I think I am. And you can always ask me what I think about you. Most people don't ask me what I think about them because they know I'm going to tell the truth. But yeah, more than the injustice and the disrespect, it is that I am advocate. How do I say it? I I know who I am, and I'm not afraid to tell you. I know what justice looks like for me, like feeding the 2 million people in Gaza. Some of you adults, especially you adults with children, y'all are telling on yourselves. I called y'all cowards on Facebook today. If you got a child or you consider yourself a community leader and you're not speaking up about Gaza right now and those starving people, you are a coward. I have no respect for you at all. You try to play in my face and puff yourself up with me. But if you're not speaking up for the starving men and women and children in Gaza, you are a coward. And I have lost respect for you. And you look foolish. So do you Jesus people and you godly people. If you're out here talking about the goodness of God, but you're not talking about the starving people in Gaza, you look stupid. You ain't fooling nobody. And they may not tell you that you look stupid, but I'm gonna tell you you look stupid. Don't God is good all the time, God is good me. Don't tell me about the mercy of Jesus, how Jesus died for my sins. Keep it, girl. You sound stupid. There's a white lady, so-called white lady over on Tara's post right now on Facebook who's trying to tell me about the goodness of God, but ain't said nothing about the Palestinians starving. You sound stupid, girl. Peak stupid. I have no respect for adults who are not teaching their kids how to speak up for Gaza right now. It should be a conversation at everybody's dinner table. I don't care if you're so-called black, so-called brown, so-called white. If you're not on the internet telling somebody about these starving people who are getting grain out of Coca-Cola bottles from people miles away because the Israeli Zionists are trying to starve them out and ethnically cleanse them. If you're not talking in your community about ethnic cleansing today, you look stupid. I said it. You're a coward. And the only people that y'all can lord over and be better than are your kids. Ask me how I know. My daddy was one of them. Beating his chest in the house, telling me how big and bad he was, but was scared of his fucking boss. Y'all ain't shit. You tell the kids what to do, but you don't tell your politicians what to do. You tell your kids what to do, but you don't tell your boss. You tell your kids what to do, but you don't tell your relatives and your sisters and your cousins. Get a grip. Get a fucking grip. Y'all are cowards. I hate it here with you motherfuckers. Y'all all day. You're so smart, so superior. You got your magna cum laude. You got your master's degrees. You got your PhDs. You got your bachelor's degrees. You got 5 kids. But you're cowards as it relates to Palestine. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Moving along. Who empowers you to shine in your fullest expression of self? Who empowers you to shine in your fullest expression of self? Oh, and by the way, I'm not the only one that feels that way. There's a lot of people looking at y'all sideways. How dare you? Y'all got kids. If your kid was starving today, you'd be in shambles. You're not empathetic. You're not a healer. You're not a light worker. You're a pretender. Shut up! What story reminds you that love isn't weakness but strength? What story reminds you that love isn't weakness but strength? How have you learned to set boundaries from a place of love? They don't follow, they don't know nothing about God. Number one, Tara. Tara says, and you're not a follower of God, I know. God is a language mechanic that they use to hide behind the fact that they're shitty people. God is a trading card, if you will, like fucking baseball cards or Pokemon cards. It's a language they use to try to feel superior to other people who are quote unquote living in sin. But we know the truth, Tara. The walls of Jericho are coming down once and for all. I was in the cult of Christ for 25 years. I served my time. There ain't no God is good all the time. All the time God is good. It's going to get them out of this one. It is over for them. It is over for them. They look so stupid. The MAGA people look stupid, and the Christians look stupid, and the godly people look stupid. And they can take all my platforms down. But there ain't no way. God is a playing card they use to hide their shitty behavior. They will say grace at their dinner tables to God and thank God for their food while watching Palestinian children starve. So their God ain't shit to me. They might as well be talking to themselves. And what really freaks them out, and you see them get freaked out every day on Clubhouse and beyond, when I start saying God is a figment of your imagination. They should read the book, How God Changes Your Brain. God lives in a part of your brain, in your gray matter. That's where God is as a trading card for y'all. God ain't coming to feed those people, and God ain't coming to feed you either. You better get a fucking job. You better sell some services like me. God ain't never paid my utilities, but Tara helped me. God ain't ever showed up to pay my bills, but Tara helped me. And Poppy helps me. Y'all better get a grip. It's over. Do y'all not know that it's over? I watched Tara sing in church on Sunday. I said, they don't know it's over. That the rug is being pulled from under y'all as we speak. In the same way that capitalism is falling, religion is crumbling and falling. And you just look stupid acting like it's not. You look crazy acting like it's not. So they can, once again, Tara, they can talk all of these things, but if their witness and if the lives we are living corporately and collectively are not reflective of the God they claim to espouse themselves to, they are liars. There's scripture for this. They praise me with their lips, but their hearts are far off. There's scriptures for that too. You want me to get you a little reference for you Jesus creepers? Praise me with their lips. KJV. I went to Bible college. I went to school to be a pastor. So that's another thing that pisses them off, Tara. They try to be like, oh, he's just a sinner. He sucks dick. How about Matthew 15:8? This people draweth nigh unto me with their mouth and honoreth me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. It's your book, girl. It's your book. And I studied your book more than you have. You niggas can't even spell Leviticus. They hate that shit. I'm a sinner. I'm supposed to be disqualified. What about y'all praising God with your lips, but your hearts can't feed Palestinian people? Get out of my face. Have you learned to set boundaries from a place of love, Dr. Flo? Yes. Especially around lying spiritual people. Last question. What does courageous love look like in your life? It looks like being fired from Broadway. My third Broadway show. They finally got me. You know, people that go up to the level of professionalism that I've gone out of, they kicked me out too. Tony over on Facebook and YouTube says, I got kicked out of Christian college 4 times. I got kicked out too. Those were not my people. Those were manipulators, controllers, and abusers who can't figure out how to feed 2 million people while saying that God is the breath of life, that Jesus is the bread of life. Jesus is the bread of life, but they can't figure out how to get flour that doesn't have drugs in it to the Palestinian people. They have a problem. They have a mental health issue. Religion is cheap psychotherapy for people who need more than that, including my mama, who needs to truly go to therapy to heal, but she got Jesus instead. What a horrible substitution for what you really need. Imagine needing mental health care and all you got is Jesus. Imagine needing to make a behavioral change, a cognitive behavioral therapeutic, CBT. Look it up, folks. We teach it in our network. Cognitive behavioral therapeutic methods. Imagine needing cognitive behavioral therapeutic methods and all you get left with is Jesus. Fucked up situation we got, huh? And the walls of all of it's crumbling because the people who have Jesus in their heart are just as fucked up as the rest of us. Clock it. They've called Jesus into their heart. John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, and whosoever would believe on him would not perish but have everlasting life. And come soon, Jesus, come. And you're just as fucked up as the rest of us. Instead of doing what Jesus would do. I'm one of those kids that had one of those bracelets on. What would Jesus do? Flip a table, turn some water to wine, feed the 5,000. How do they miss that Jesus was feeding people? How do they miss that the master teacher Jesus, whom they killed, whom religious people killed, how do they miss that Jesus was feeding the 5,000? And y'all don't care about Palestinian people. You're fucked. Let me be the first to tell you, it is over for y'all. And y'all can claim religious persecution and Christians are being killed in Africa and oh my God, hands off the Christians and hands off my Bible. Y'all can do all of that, but y'all are a group of liars. What does courageous love look like in my life? Calling out the bullshit. The white churches in this town refuse to the so-called white, because I don't believe in that separation, that delusion of separation. But the so-called white people in this town do not white churches do not return my phone call. They see me on the street and run. The black churches in town see me on the street and run. Your witness is fucked. Y'all are done. You're cooked like a goose. And there's no amount of shutting me down or turning me off. So change the fact that we see through it. And courageous love for me looks like speaking up for the 2 million people in Palestine who are hungry. And you're not going to bully me about it. Doesn't matter how much dick I suck. Feed those people. I'll say it one more time. It does not matter how much dick I suck. Feed those people, or you are a hypocrite. This is why your churches are failing. This is why nobody's coming to your house to eat. Because you are a liar, and the truth ain't in you. Any closing thoughts? I lose my audience every day. I don't care. This is what courageous love looks like. We're going to have to heal it in order to help it. Every church in this town and around the country should be a homeless shelter or a houseless shelter. Every church should be opening their doors at night and building programs to rehabilitate the people. I lost the viewer just now. They don't believe in love. Y'all are fucked up for real, for real. Maybe not you listening, but we're fucked. I'm one of those preachers who will tell you we're fucked because people don't gather around when it talk. When I start talking about housing people and building the programs, I was at a black church, so-called black church in town. I'll land here. I was at a so-called black church in town. We lost them all, Tara. We lost them all. We lost them all on TikTok today. You're going to keep losing them. Liars. I was in a black church in town. I said, yo, there's this white kid in town, 17 years old. He hadn't graduated yet. I had to keep my YouTube on in the house because the whole community was accusing me of being a pedophile. And the reason why they were accusing me of being a pedophile was because they didn't want me to help the kids. So I went to the black church and I said, because I only go to church these days to try to find where the real healers are. Like, where are the people who want to actually help people? And a lot of them are not in the church. And Poppy Walter has this theory. My husband has a theory that, like, the sinners are in the church and the saints are in the streets. But we'll talk about that some other time. So I went to the church and I said, yo, I would love to build personal development classes and resume building classes and business development classes and, like, social justice programs in your church. And she looked at me and she said, God is calling us to ministry, but he wants to keep us holy. He like there's a way in which God is calling us to that. Her essentially saying, you're not saved enough and we can't control you enough to help the people. Meanwhile, Jesus was praying over and feeding and loving on prostitutes and centurion soldiers and 12 guys, and one of them had to be gay. You know, you can't tell me Jesus was hanging out with 12 dudes and somebody wasn't getting to reach around. But I'm too sinful to help in that space. And it discouraged me, y'all, for months. It caused me to go into deep substance abuse. It caused me to go into a deep depression because I'm like, if I can't align with a church or ministry to help people, then I'm really, really fucked. These days, I'm having to call on courageous love within myself. I'm having to encourage myself and rely on the encouragement of those who love me to come back into harmony with my self-worth, my confidence, my inner fire, my boundaries, and my personal power, because love is not dead. People are dead inside. Clock it. And I understand why y'all are tired. But being tired and exhausted is not a success strategy. I know you got kids. I know they yell and cry a lot. I have nieces and nephews that cry a lot. So I don't have any because I'm saving myself from that particular journey. I suffer in other ways. I don't got any kids, but I suffer in my own special way here on the planet, right? But being tired and exhausted or having a judgment about my wig ain't gonna save you, girl. It ain't gonna not leaving a message. Calling me but not leaving a voicemail ain't gonna save you, girl. Being tired and exhausted because the kids and the job and the bills and all that, that's not gonna save anybody. You're gonna need to figure out a way for yourself. It ain't got shit to do with me. You got to figure out a way for yourself to come into harmony with that goodness and mercy that's supposedly following us all the days of our lives. Okay? So, if you're out there and you're struggling today, if you're out there and you need a dose of radical honesty and accountability for the happiness in your life, go to my website. Okay? And I'm selling my services because I got to eat too. But I'm selling my services more and more these days because being quiet about your gifts in the world is sabotage. I said it earlier in this podcast. If you're out there and you got a gift in your heart or you have something to give in the world, and here's the deal. A lot of people don't feel like they have anything to offer in life. That's why they're sad and depressed and fucked up. But if you got a gift to give to the world, boo-boo, now is not the time to be quiet about it. I got to eat. You got to eat. And if you don't know how to build what you're trying to build, now would be a great time to ask for help. A lot of people have I see it every day. Some of y'all have big, big egos and pride as it relates to asking for help. You don't want to take the 45 hours to learn a platform to help yourself, and you don't want to ask me to do it for you. What a fucked up situation, Tara. What a fucked up situation to not want to learn the skills to help yourself and then not want to pay somebody to help you. Where does that go? How does that complete in Dr. Flow language? That doesn't complete. And I used to be really offended that people would go and come out of my lives and go and come out of my clubhouse rooms and come for one day and then leave for a week and another. Look, listen. Just yesterday, and I'm probably going to do it again today. Great sex, great food, great adventures. Y'all only get to be around for 2 out of 3. But trust me, that first one, hallelujah. Hallelujah. We have sex over here like the movies. Okay? You can go to my website to visit the Love and Action store. You can donate to our mission and ministry. You can text me or call me directly. Just make sure you leave a message because I don't answer prank phone calls. I'm one of these people who people will see me online and try to steal my joy by prank calling me all day. I don't give a fuck. Leave a message. Someone from the team will call you back or I will call you back. You can live chat or text support over on our website through the link in bio. You can get free and donation-based tickets and premium tickets over in our box office. You can also check out our events calendar. If Tara updates the network calendar, or if I do from our phones, it updates to the website immediately through the automation. So when something changes or if we add some extra co-working events, we're in co-working right now, actually, I do believe. Tara, confirm, please. But when we make our events longer or shorter, if we have to cancel because something comes up, because I never show up for y'all if people are going to pay me more out there. Thank you, Tara. We are in co-working right now. But if somebody were to call me right now and want to pay me something instead of this free offering, I'd leave right now. Because most of y'all pay me no mind. And that don't pay the bills. But if you want to come to our events, the events calendars on the website. I also offer performance coaching, business coaching, life coaching, and clarity coaching, and also personal and professional masterminds. The mastermind is a group where we talk about your dreams. You can ask the participants, when we come into mastermind, the time is spent talking about what you want to do. I'm taking care of me. I'm very ambitious, and I take care of me. But the mastermind programs and the programs I run in Love and Action Network, those are about you. Those are about you. Ask around. Also, if you need donation-based help, also known as free lunch or reduced lunch. And by the way, y'all, my parents were not filthy rich growing up. I had reduced and free lunch growing up. There's no shame in being on welfare or government assistance, whether that's in Love and Action Network or beyond. There should be no shame in helping people. The reason why the Gazans are not being fed is because you niggas are ashamed about getting free lunch. That's why my program, I'm gonna be launching a program soon called Toxic Shame Be Damned. There's a connection, Tara, between the ways these people felt as a kid about getting free and reduced lunch. And it's a shame. I used to watch it because y'all know me. I was always cool with the adults as a kid. So I remember the shame in the 80s and 90s of kids saying, I need the application for free and reduced lunch. They were kids, and their parents made them feel ashamed of needing free and reduced lunch. This is the reason why people are not. Tara Paolo is a world-class musician and teacher. She's having a hard time, as I am right now, filling her donation-based and free vocal lessons because y'all are still ashamed of free lunch. Free is my favorite price. The only reason why I don't enroll in it is because I'm busy right now building out some different things. But that's what it's about, if you keep it a buck. But if you want to sign up for donation-based help, vocal performance, presentation services, marketing, business development, and tech support, it's on the website. The applications are also available for those of you who want to come on the podcast and host with me. Lots of people have come in the doors and they just think they're going to jump on the stage with me. I'm a professional, bitch, with 30 years of performance experience. You're not coming to mumble on my live stream. You better fill out an application. You better drop me some photos and some demos of what you can do. You're not going to run my crowd off because you just want to be seen. Where's that application, Tara? Not Tara. Tara's already in. You saw her yesterday do sacral chakra. You'll see her tomorrow or day after tomorrow on DJ. She's already proven to me that she's not going to sink and tank my business. Clock it. Then we got all these community feeds, y'all. We've got the newsletter on Substack. We've got the WhatsApp community. We've got the Instagram channel. We got the Facebook Messenger bridge. We got the Dr. Flo official fan club. We got the LIA Clubhouse group. We got the LIA threads, Dr. Flo threads. You can leave a message for Dr. Flo. Dr. Flo has a membership check-in through our private Facebook group. We got the Dr. Flo and the Love Experience. We got the Dr. Flo Love Experience project proposal that's 26 pages of awesome. We got Unfuckwithable with Flo, which is my mastermind. $25 a week, $99 for the month. I'll save you $1 if you just book in advance for the month. You can save those 4 quarters. Unfuckwithable with Flo. That's where we go deeper in your dream, and I give a fuck about your dream truly. Those of you who come to my, live rooms and stuff, I do care about you, but I care about the people who pay me more. That's not a secret, is it, Angie? Angie, is it a secret that I care about the people who pay me more? They're the daily interactive rooms on Clubhouse. I mean, it makes sense, right? Don't y'all care about the people who pay y'all more? Don't y'all care about the people? Dr. Flo, you can come and see Dr. Flo on YouTube, Facebook, Clubhouse, or TikTok, whatever you want. He'll live. Them employers, them people who sign them checks, y'all care about them more. Don't you, Angie? Angie ain't never gonna miss talking to that person. Dr. Flo, he's in WhatsApp. We'll get to him when we get to him. Dr. Flo knows he's loved and lovable. It's all good. But y'all don't ever miss talking to those people who pay you. I'm gonna act like y'all. When in Rome, bitch. When in Rome. If you want to come to the audition workshops, I teach one section of audition every week for free. I teach one section of business for free. I teach one section of interview prep for free. It's kind of like my tithe. I get to be a diva bitch as long as I cook on TikTok for free. I get to be a diva bitch because I do the daily boost. And so this is my way of being myself. You know, you can never say I never tried to help you because I do things for free, right? You know, I told Angie and the team, Dr. Flo, I miss you. Dr. Flo, you think you better than me. Dr. Flo, no, I don't. I show up every day at 11 a.m. on Clubhouse to talk to you. If you ain't talking to me, you don't want to. See? See what I did there, Angie? You adults and your excuses. So if you want to come to audition workshops, dream workshops, interview prep to get that new job, some of y'all want a new job, right? Some of y'all want new opportunities, but you mumble when you talk. We can work you through that. Some of y'all are scared of performing on stages. We got the People's Cabaret for that. Some of y'all are not supported by your family and friends in your Black businesses and your Black performances. We've got Adopt a Black Artist program. 107 people have reached out to me and said they want in. We'll see how many of them can stick with it. I am a teacher and I do not play stupid games with stupid people. So we'll see how many people really want to get free and make more money and do the things they say they want. Also, Pleasure Activism Book Club is coming back. Also, How God Changes Your Brain Book Club is coming back. It is sliding scale as well. Tap in. Also on the website is Tara's website. Tara is our chief operations partner, one of our architects here, and a producer of my show. She's an amazing supportive presence for the last 4 years. Many cousins, many family members, many fans have left me in the dust. They can't stand how much I love myself, Tony. You mean this nigga's gonna love himself on camera every day? Angie, you mean this nigga's gonna love himself on camera every day? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Every time I show up on live, this nigga is loving himself as he is. Let me go. Okay, go. What my mama say? Ain't gonna change the price of tea in China for me. Tara has albums, programs, workshops to encourage you. She used to say it more than she does now. Tara is an amazing coach who can remove the entanglements off of your life. Some people like my vibe. Some people like Tara's vibe. Some people like the other healing practitioners' vibes. If you're out there and you're a healing practitioner and you feel like you have something to offer, I developed a database yesterday in my co-working with Tara. It's an amazing database. And I'm collecting healers that are ready to work. Play with your pussy. Stop playing with me. There are people to heal out here. There's a gentleman who's been in jail in North Carolina for over 30 years. They move him from jail to try to take his AC away. They pay him 30 cents a day. He should have served, if he was guilty, he says he's not guilty, and I don't think he could be guilty when there's a 56-year-old so-called white woman fucking on the 14-year-old boys and the 15-year-old boys. I don't think he should have gone to jail for being caught as a 15-year-old in the bed with a 56-year-old white woman. I don't think that's right. I think she was a molester and a predator. And there's my husband. 1 second. I don't think that a 15-year-old being caught in bed with a so-called 56-year-old white woman who is fucking on the black boys throughout this town, I don't think he should be in jail for a day, let alone 30 years. And now, Tara, the recent development is that the police chief here is getting write-ups in the paper because now he stands with Charles. But I'm sure you are jailing entailing black men in this community today. So make it make sense. But yesterday, Justice for Charles McNair released that Charles has a new friend, the police chief of Lexington. Then he should be out. Pull them strings like you do for your sons and their DUIs. My husband's here, and you know he's going to co-sign. Justice for Charles McNair. Whitey's on the moon. But they have a hard time still calling this white lady a predator. She's been dead for years. And they have a hard time calling her a predator. Weirdos. Love and Truth Report, blog and pod is also available, and so is the Love and Truth Report, my database on the people. I'm making a list of the people who are actively helping me and the people who are standing in my way. That's the Love and Truth Report. There are people in this life who are actively helping me. They show up daily or as often as they can to help me. They are on the report as helpers of my cause. There are people who cock block me and stand in my way. I'm naming their asses too. That's the Love and Truth Report in my documentation. Membership directory and map is on the website. The resources pages, including the emotions wheels and the needs wheels, in case you're not clear on your emotions and what you need. And then our mission and standards is also on the website. It's a very robust website. And I put it all up because I am the ancestors' dream. I don't talk about it. I do it. Tony of People Are Our Greatest Resource says, yes, toxic. We are lied to by capitalists and told all types of evil. To that I say this in closing, Brother Tony. A love revival is trying to break out in the hearts of everybody on the planet. A love revival, a movement of change, is trying to break out in the hearts of everyone on the planet, and we are the only ones standing in its way. A love revival is trying to break out on the planet, and we are the only ones standing in the way. Make it make sense. We all have missions to build. We all have companies to grow. We all have movements to do. And we can all do more. I know it can feel heavy to feel like you are alone in your work. That's why we have a network. And I'm done convincing people to show up. If you are thirsty and dehydrated, you truly thirsty and dehydrated, you would be elated and overjoyed that somebody had the water. But you know what? Because we have our own platforms and our own Instagrams and our own YouTubes and our own stuff, it's kind of like a look at me, look at me. I don't really care about that. I'm doing this because I'm the only person on my block that's doing it. Poppy Water has House of Mommy Water. That's coming online as we speak. But beyond Poppy and I, once again, and these are not bad people. They have their own families and they're contributing to their bills and they're doing their thing. But we're the only one in our neighborhood and the only people we're connected with in our entire town that wants to be radical about this love. So if you've been lied to by capitalists, y'all got to tell me what the truth is and where it is. Where is the truth? If we've been lied to and evil is running amok and good people are so-called good people, are the glue to keep it together, what'd you get?
Socket wrench.
Oh, I see. Y'all, thank you for watching today. My husband got home. It's time to hug him a little bit before going back into my work. But I thank y'all for the radical.
I was a boy now. I got a tool.
Drop down for this camera.
Oh, I was just showing the tool.
Oh, you don't want to show you?
Watch my mouth.
He's got a socket wrench.
Mm-hmm.
Bob the Builder.
So I don't have to strip this bike. and then it's
Yeah.
small enough to fit. I almost got the one that had different heads on it where it didn't have none of these, but it had the sizes that flip and rotate on both ends of it.
Ooh.
But the people in the reviews are like, it strips. They make it one size fits all with the little spikes in there, and because they're
Mm-mm.
so thin, they strip. So I'm like, the tool itself is getting stripped. No, thank you. I want to be able to put this in my book bag and work
Yeah.
on my bike if it go down. Yeah, this is small and compact too, so it'll be all right.
Thank y'all so much for watching today and holding space for
Also,
love.
our I promise I'm not just blowing all our money on Amazon. I told you about the chopsticks. I don't know where they're coming from.
Can we do this conversation
Later.
after I'm off
Close
the
out. Close.
podcast? Unless you want 600, a
No,
1,000
you're
people
okay.
to know about your
You're okay.
chopsticks.
You're okay. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Thank y'all so much for watching and holding space for love. That's fun. I mean, I don't care. I have nothing to prove, protect, how to defend. And a lot of y'all are donating. That's contributing to the chopsticks and the tools and stuff. I don't mind it. But anyway, thank you for watching. That's Poppy Water 33, who produces the show. Also, Terra Olo Studio produces the show. My MacBook's about to die anyway. So stay in your power, stay in your joy, stay loved and lovable. Thank you for coming back to the podcast and being your radical, honest, open, willing, and available selves. And we will see you very, very soon around our network. Take care, everybody.